Hallelujah. The journey that the children of Israel began, which actually was to last few months, eventually became a journey of 40 years. And you remember that because of the gravity of the work placed upon the shoulder of Moses, there came a time he resigned. And he said, Lord, why is it that you command me to bear all these people? Am I their father? Did I give birth to them? And even though he resigned, we later saw again that because of the complaint of the children of Israel, he did what he shouldn't have done. And God said, because you refuse to hallow me, you refuse to sanctify me, you will not actually cross Jordan River into the land. And you remember that Jordan River was actually the boundary. When they cross Jordan, they have to enter into the land of Canaan. You know, one thing that pained my heart about Moses, and several times as I read that place, I felt actually like crying. How will a man labor for 40 years when we are not taking into consideration the first 40 years of intense discipleship that he had under his father-in-law? And when you sum everything together, in order to pursue this goal and to actualize it, he put in 80 years. And at the brink of entering, you know, several times when I read that place, particularly when God took him to the mountain and he showed him all that land, I feel like crying. But before God himself killed him, because God did the killing, he supervised his killing and actually did the burial. Can I say to you, pastors, please, don't feel that you are indispensable. You may not carry the kind of grace that Moses carried, but at the brink of entry into the promised land, he was discarded. And that should make us to actually be humble. But Moses, even though God has sacked him with a verdict of death, he was so inquisitive about who handles the work. There are men who, when they are posted away from their parish, because that parish is actually a glowing and blossoming parish, they actually arrange to see to the destruction of that parish, so that it will be on record that when this man was taken away from that parish is no longer blossoming. You are not doing well, sir. Not Moses. And God said, yes, take Joshua, in whom is thy spirit, and lay your hands upon him, give him your honor. And when God finally buried this man, Moses, the announcement came. After they have completed several days of mourning, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore, arise and go over this Jordan. Every place that the sole of your feet shall tread upon, that have I given unto you. As I was with Moses, so will I be with you. God went further to say, no man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. You know, the first challenge that I have in my own heart is that forget about Moses. Don't think about Moses again. And actually, the dead can no longer serve God. It's like God was telling him and saying, you are the one that heaven is focusing upon now. And if you don't do it, it will not be done.